Hopefully you can hear me. Looks like the mic didn't get turned on. Hopefully that's better. Thanks for that heads up. Appreciate it. Oh, looks like we got a crowd already. Andrew, how you doing, man? Cassandra said hi. Okay, cool. Just making sure my mic down here is turned on too. Oh, that one's not turned on. There we go. That way you can hear me hit targets because I got fun out there today. Got a couple of boom booms down there. Thanks for popping in, Andrew. Got a day off today and made it a 4-day weekend. And it's beautiful out compared to what it has been. Humidity's way down. So I said, let's do a live. Got a couple of boom booms down there we'll hit in a little bit. I hope main super. Oh, that's hilarious. Mental imagery, Andrew. Sorry. I don't know why you made me think of it. When I was a kid, we used to put those, we'd wrap a towel around ourselves. Think we were Superman or Batman. And I remember one time I took the box from a board game, really long box, put some holes in it, tied the rope around my arms so I had wings. And I begged my mom to go up on the roof because I said, if I'm farther up, I know I can fly. Thank God my mom said no. Sometimes parents are just smarter than kids in spite of what kids think. That could have ended badly, but it would have been hilarious to have on video. It's my favorite superhero. We have this young man that used to go to our church. He had autism and he loved Spider-Man. And he had Spider-Man costumes from every version of the movie's release. And he had them in his closet and he would wear them pretty much all day, every day. His mom said he had them hanging in his closet. Sometimes he'd bring it to church and he'd run around church. We felt really safe because we had Spider-Man. It was hilarious. Cute kid. Sling Sam, how's it going, buddy? I'm trying to practice small targets today. That's why I'm doing a lot more short draw than long draw because, you know, we got this South African thing coming up. For those of you that don't know, the sling shooters in South Africa, God bless them, have challenged us Americans to a tournament. I think we're supposed to be shooting bottle caps or something like that. Stupid motorcycle. And so I told them I'd participate if I was available, so I should probably be practicing with a slingshot I can actually shoot accurately with. So I'm trying to get some practice in and get my accuracy dialed in. I was doing pretty decent earlier this morning, and I'm just starting now, so I got to get dialed back in. Why am I wearing a glove? Hunter says hi. The reason I'm wearing a glove, Sam, is because shooting with my short draw, I've been getting a lot of times where somehow I'm just getting some brush with here, and my old man skin was starting to get a little raw, so I'm just trying to protect it. No biggie. It's an old bicycle glove from when I used to bike ride in the wintertime. I may shed it. I'm not sure I'm sold on it yet, but I don't have to wear my finger protectors when I shoot long draw with this. I know Roy wears like a work glove on his shooting hand. It's just, for some reason, the bands would like scrape me when they would come back. I don't know why. It wasn't like a band slap, but I noticed my skin always seemed to be a little scraped up and raw, so it's part of growing old, man. Show us the leather spinner. Oh, Sam. For you that's curious, let me grab the phone. We'll go down there. I got this leather spinner someone gave me. It was a prototype. It was a first generation. And I've been trying to break it, and I am that close. It's all that's left of it. If it was Sam, it'd take him maybe 5 shots to bust it. But I don't pull quite as hard as Sam does. Ooh, found another boomstick. We're going to load that baby up later. For those of you that are curious, got one there. We're going to kill the pheasant. In a little bit, we're going to shoot at those, and they're basically firecrackers without a fuse. So once you hit contact or impact them, you throw them on the ground. They're like the poppers the kids use. And I've only got 4 left. So I have to make a run to the fireworks store. AJ Ralph said hi. Howdy, Ralph. All right, let's get our weapon back out. Probably shouldn't say weapon. YouTube might ban me. See a lot of people on. Double tap your screen. Give me some likes. Tell me where you're from. I'm curious. Not much left of that poor leather spinner. I'm trying to shoot at it right now. I think I got every comment, every chat that's in there. I think I've acknowledged you all. If I haven't, I apologize. And I get a few people in the room. Sometimes they go by pretty quick. Excuse me. Didn't want to do that in the microphone. Shooting low again. All right, let's hit the bell. That was not the bell. A little high. Had to put a nutty person into. Thank you, Sam. Ralph from Kitchener, Ontario. Hey, how's it going, Ralph? Thanks for piping in. It's okay to call it sunshine. And some people call it a catapult. Can you share testimony? Don't say that, Ralph. You'll just dox yourself. I could share my testimony. I won't go deep into it. I am a believer. That's why I don't allow stupidity in here. I don't really have a stirring testimony that'll light you up. I grew up in the church. I know no other way. But church is more than religion. It's a relationship. And I've had my ups and downs over the years, but here I am at 60-something years old and still a believer. Got married when I was 19. I'm still married to the same woman 45, 46 years later this year. So nothing crazy. I grew up getting in band so I could play in the band at church. We called it the orchestra then. I've always been involved in music, and now I'm actually the worship leader at my church, and I mentor young men in our boys ministry. About all I'll go into. Grandora, Saskatchewan. Randy says hello from Wisconsin. Randy, where are you from in Wisconsin? I am in Wisconsin. I would love to have some more Wisconsin shooters. Be fun to put together a little statewide tournament or something, or a get-together and we'll shoot stuff. If you're a shooter, Randy, let me know. I am from the Madison area, just south of Madison. I don't claim Madison. They're crazy. Boom. There was one thing. There's one thing you could advise young people. What would it be? Never got chewed up. Yeah. There's one thing I could advise young people. And you know, that's not what this channel's about, but I will take a minute because with age comes wisdom, and I'm 64 years old. I've been around the block a few times. I'm not going to go spiritual on it because that could take a while. But from a pure personal point of view, I would say don't be afraid to trace your dreams, especially when you're young. Don't look back when you're my age and wish I would have done that. And also, when you seem upset with a job, I remember talking to a young lady one time. She was a waitress at a restaurant I was eating at on a work trip, and she was complaining about her job and didn't seem to be going anywhere. And I said, don't poo-poo what you're doing, because every job you have is a stepping stone to the next. I've been unemployed 4 or 5 times in my life. And as I look back, every job I ever had played into my next job in some way. I started out going to plane mechanic school, building ultralights, then ended up selling shoes for a long time. Then I worked at a tech support help desk. Then I became a computer programmer. And then I lost my job and started my own video business, followed a hobby. Every one of those pieces, I was able to carry that knowledge into whatever I was doing next. And as I look back on it, I'm well-rounded. I've run my own business. I've worked for the man. I know what it's like on both sides of that aisle, and I think that's a valuable lesson, because working for the man, I can see what people are struggling with when they're running their own business, and vice versa. So I can sympathize and give advice and all of that. Anyway, let's not dive too deep into that. Let's come back and have some fun. Marshall, you're not far away, dude. Are you a shooter, Randy? Because that's only, I work in the Sun Prairie area in the big business park. If you're close, I live in Stoughton. I'd love to get together with you and shoot sometime if you're a shooter. If not, I can teach you. Uncle Larry's in the house. Uncle Larry's pretty cool. Yeah, if you're a shooter, Randy, I'd love to meet up and do some shooting. If not, and you're curious and want to learn, I'd be glad to teach you. I could get you shooting fairly accurate about an hour. Ooh, that poor chicken. All right, we got 200 people. Let's have some fun. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. All right. So right next to that chicken is a pheasant head. And that pheasant head has a little surprise on it. When I hit it just right, it's going to go kaboom! And it's Independence Day weekend, so we can throw fireworks up and make all the neighbors ticked off because their dogs are going to get all upset. Not that I'm a dog hater, anything, I understand, but you know what? You need to teach your dogs not to be scared of that stuff. So let's see if we can hit that pheasant. And I have a mic down there, so when it goes, you'll be able to hear it. It's loud. It's like a 22 going off. I have a neighbor 2 houses down, and as long as the dog's in the house, they can't hear it. They don't care. Oh, I'm very close. Sam, thanks for moderating. It looks like we're getting a bunch of silly people in today. Why can I not hit that stupid pheasant? Come on. Got him in the noggin, but that didn't blow him up. Garrett said hi. Hey, Garrett. We're trying to hit that pheasant downrange, and when we do, there's a little explosive device attached to him. Make booms. There we go. Boom. Was even cooler. I don't know if you heard it. There was a clunk. I think my ammo fell in the coffee can right next to it. That was awesome. Did you guys hear that? Was it good and loud for you? Whoops, sorry. You don't need to be zoomed into me that tight. That'd be scary. Did you like that boom, Garrett? Whoever that was, Sam, he's out of here if he's throwing crap out. We don't do that here. Hope you guys like the boom. I got another one. We're going to save it for a little bit. One thing I did try today when I was out practicing, it works well, is I like to cut cans when I'm out here. And I do it with my long draw because I'm learning to get accurate with long draw. I've got a ways to go. And I can hit a can usually better than small targets because it's bigger. I learned today I can hang a water bottle up and get just as much fun smacking it. And I don't have to have a bunch of cans ready to go because I only have a couple cans left. So today we got a water bottle up top and a can on the bottom. I don't know what he said, Sam, but you took care of him, so. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Man, come on, Philip. Hit that stupid bottle for crying out loud. You're not doing long draw. I don't think them South Africans in the tournament got to be scared for me. What do you use for ammo? I use 8mm steel pelt bearings. They're accurate. I got a catch curtain back there. When I'm done, I just go through with a magnet, pick them all up. Today I got my weed whacker out and chopped the grass up, and I must have found 40 or 50 more of them in the ground that were hiding under the grass that I missed. So sometime if I'm out walking in the woods, I'll use clay pellets instead of steel. Yeah, thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Wolf Reaper, hey buddy, how's it going? Am I muted again? No, mic's on. You should be able to hear me. Can everybody hear me? Wolf Reaper is a dude that watches a lot of my videos on the channel, and we have a lot of conversations back and forth on stuff. Don't know if I've seen you come into these live streams, but cool. Thank you for coming. Still can't hear me. Oh, yeah, Wolf Reaper. You're as bad as Sam. At times, Sam starts sending me all these messages in foreign languages and Chinese and hieroglyphics, and said, dude, you need to fix your messaging to English. And he was just yanking my chain. As long as you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, Wolf Reaper, turn your volume up or your hearing aid, one of the two. Hee-hee. Where's the best place to find 8mm ball bearings? That's a very good question. Your volume was down. Why am I not surprised, Wolf Reaper? I used to work in tech support. I know how those things work. You see what this other comment is, and then I'll answer you real quick. All right. Somebody can only imagine the damage from the lawnmower. Although, the lawnmower, I run over stuff all the time, and they embed themselves way down in the grass. So I don't think I've thrown any. The weed whacker will throw a few. You're asking where I get my ammo. eBay is one source. I saw Wolf Reaper say that. Simpleshot sells it. But the place I go, I've gotten it on Amazon. But the place I'm going to buy my next ammo from when I get a chance, when I need to, is P&G or PGN Bearings. They actually have Slingshot ammo, and they sell it by the 1,000 count. And I priced it. They're based in the U.S., so it's a good U.S. company if you're domestic here. And the price was right there with what I was finding on Amazon. And they were a big sponsor for the Midwest Spring Sling in March that I went to, the tournament. And they provided all the ammo for us to shoot. So if they're going to sponsor one of our events, I want to try and support them. So the next time I buy ammo, it's going to be from PGN Bearings. Their prices are very reasonable compared to Amazon. And they're a good U.S. business. So I like to support that. Ball bearings work well too. That's what these are. They're ball bearings. We just call them Slingshot ammo. P&G's on eBay too. Okay, I didn't know that, Wolf Reaper. So it's the same company. Good place to get your stuff from. All right. Let's hit our other boomstick. On the middle, the white spinners, the middle one has one on it. Let's see if we can hit it. Make things go boom. I got a mic downstream. You guys should be able to hear it. I only have 4 of these, so I got 2 more after this. I got to go get some more at the fireworks stand today. Oh, I hit the top of the spinner, missed it. I'm right close. Make things go boom. Pressure's on when people are watching. Everything's on. Oh! I was right on it. I think I knocked it out. Let me go check. Yep, we knocked it out. Where'd it go? There's the one that blew up. That's not it. Well, poopy. Let's put another one up. We only got 2 more. I wonder if it was a dud. I had one go off last weekend when I was shooting with the boys at camp. A couple of them went off and they just smoked. They didn't go boom. All right, let's make this one go boom if we can. $25 for 1,500. It's a good price. 1,000 for 20. Yeah, some good prices out there. Really, if you think about it, it's not expensive, especially when you can reuse it if you have a catch curtain, so you don't run out that often. All right, here we go again. This time it's on the side of the target. Oh, it's just barely hanging now. See if I can hit it before it falls off. If it falls off, we're just going to leave it for now. We're going to try and bust that can up in a little bit. Threw it off. Saw where it went. It's in front of my white bin over there. So I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. We'll pick that up and do it some more later. I want to pull the other weapons out and play with some cans. Doo -doo. Doo -doo. Got me an LT2 G20. Yeah, that's a sweet one. Put a big tube under where I'm shooting. Yes. I got really hard ground there. I just go with a magnet afterwards. It takes about 5 minutes if I go through 300 or 400 rounds. Sam, I think we got somebody that needs to be kicked out. This is my Axiom G10. It feels so good in the hand. I got the Axiom X that I also shoot long draw with. I just love the feel of this one the best. All right, we're shooting at that bottom can. Not that great at the long draw yet. My accuracy's coming back after the incident from a couple weeks ago, and I had to change my style. I was very prone to injury, and I don't want to do that again. Oh, come on. I think I'm going to get the Scout X G10 next. Then the Axiom G10. I want them all. Wolf Reaper, next time you buy, you better use my affiliate link, buddy. I'm going to be upset. See, a lot of people like the Scout, but it's a bigger frame, and I got small hands. You think long draw is better than short? Well, Slingshot Sam's going to tell you long draw rules, because that's all he shoots. 6 of one, half dozen another. Some people prefer it. Some people have never done it. I'm learning it just because it's fun. The good thing about long draw is you can get an equal speed to short draw with a lighter pull on it. Or you can take the same pull and get a higher speed. I do get more feet per second on my long draw than I do my short draw. It's just, I don't know if you can see it anymore. I got a really bad butterfly kiss the other day, and it was very bloody. But I was living on the edge, and I got a new style of shooting. It pulls the bands away from my face, but I've got to relearn my aim. I was just getting good the other way. Holy cow. My accuracy's just not back yet. There's some people that all they shoot is long draw, and they're very good. There's some people that only shoot short draw. And you know what? They're very good too. I'm interested in semi-butterfly. That's called like half butterfly, they call it. It's kind of like this. I started like that. And then I said, what the heck? It ain't that much farther to go all the way. Ooh, I flinched. So I'm just learning it. I'm trying to get more accurate with my short draw. I've kind of been in a slump with that lately. And I'm trying to get that accuracy back where I can actually hit stuff again with more consistency. Just when I'm shooting cans, I like to do long draw because they smack harder. Neither's better. It's a preference. That's true. Icky. Icky the Killer. How's it going, man? The long draw looks cool, for the record. The way I'm doing it now, instead of shooting this way, and the bands were like right up on my face, and that's how I got cut. I was tapping it for reference, and this pouch slipped in my hand. I'm rotating 45 degrees now, and that to get the bands lined up, I have to pull them out a little bit. But it's also pushing me really left, so what I'm doing is I'm figuring a tweak out in my pouch to push it back to the right. And I've just got to get that muscle memory down. You can see me tweak the pouch. I'm not really going 45. I'm going more like 70. But you can see the bands are like this far away now from my face, much a little safer. I've got that butterfly kiss a number of times. It was just a scrape, a little scratch. This one, by the time I got in the house, my hand was covered with blood. It was really bad. And I know that's part of it. I just don't want that part to happen again. Short draw for you. Long draw just flat out looks cool. But if you want me to be accurate, I'm pulling my LT2 out with short draw. I've had multiple short draw slingshots, but every time I go back to the LT2, that's the one I'm most accurate with. And the other problem with my style of long draw now is I don't have a reference for how high to hold this hand, so it's kind of a crapshoot. So getting that muscle memory to be the same every time. Knocked a piece of aluminum off of it. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can kind of see my draw a little better. Yep, I've seen people do that too, where you flip upside down. I've seen people do some weird shooting styles. I saw some kid at camp the other day. He was shooting, what was it? I don't know. He was all twisted into a pretzel when he shot. I was laughing. But he did okay. Had fun. Put a hurting on that can last couple shots. Raking Raccoon, how you doing, Putty? Haven't seen you in a while. I got a day off, and I said, let's go do a live. We got a lot of people on today. Wow, 340 people. Come on, people, hit the like button. Let me know where you're from. Randy from Wisconsin, if you're still on, look me up, man. Send me a message. Let's get together if you're a shooter and you're interested. Or you're interested. I'd love to have some local friends to shoot with. I got a couple friends that I taught here in town, but I'd love to get a slingshot movement going here in Wisconsin. Juggling cans in the air by shooting. Yeah, I don't know if that's the Y-Shot X, but man, I've seen those guys do it. It's like, I think they got 5 ammo in their hand. They throw a can up and they choo, 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 and they just keep popping it up in the air. All you do is pull an arm. Sort of, but there's some physics that goes along with it. Yeah, the bands are wavy. That's because of the wind. If it's not too bad, it'll still shoot. But if it's very bad, it makes things go crazy. New to the channel, welcome, Jacob. If you want to learn to shoot, I've got a Slingshot Basics course to get you started. If you check the description, it's in there. Otherwise, if you're a shooter, welcome. All you do is pull back. Yosef, there's a little more to it than that, buddy. But in the basics, if you get down to it, yeah. Joe, I need zombie uprising. Tell you what, if there's a zombie uprising, which I think is stupid because zombies do not exist, they're fake. A slingshot's not going to hurt them. It's not going to take them out. Might make them stop, but zombies aren't real. You sell slingshots? No, I do not make them. But I am an affiliate brand ambassador for Simpleshot. Simpleshot is like the American place to get your slingshots from. They got all kinds of slingshots. You can get all the ones that I'm shooting today are available at Simpleshot. They range anywhere from $40, $30 up to $120. $200 for fancy frames. They got targets, they got ammo, they got bands, everything you need to get started. For under $100, you could have a nice setup and be shooting. So if you're interested in getting started, go check the link in my description down to Simpleshot. And if you buy anything from there, I get a really small commission. And just so you know, any commission that I do get, I turn right around and spend on Simpleshot because I love those guys. There's a Slingshot after I notice it's a new trend where they got one with a magazine. Yeah. Sure, subscribe. I'll take all the subscribers I can get. Y-Shot X has one that's only $59.99. And the ones you see on Amazon are like $150, $140. Those are CNC aluminum. The one on Y-Shot X, because I dropped a comment on their ad on Facebook, asking why they're selling them so cheap. It's because they're 3D printing them and they probably knocked it off, which I don't care about. But it's 3D printed. It's got the magazine and everything else on it. And what they do is they have a stainless steel support up the side for strength, so I think it would hold up well. It's on my list for the channel. Those of you that don't know, there's a button you push and it pops an ammo up into your pouch that's got a magnet on it, so you can go, boom, push the button, boom, push the button. You can knock off 10 shots, and it automatically reloads. You can't use that in speed competition at tournaments because magnets aren't allowed. So nix that idea. But it would be fun to play with, and it's a novelty, and it'll wow people. And I like to review weird things. I do have a video I shot today. I got another word slingshot from Amazon. I'm not telling you what it is. I can tell you, though, I got a new knife from Amazon. It might or might not have something to do with slingshot. That's all I'm going to tell you. But that video will be coming out. Greetings from Chile. Hey, Chile. Arnaldo. How's it going? Tactical Man Headshots. Of course I want you to subscribe, Jacob. Itchy. Thanks, Silika. That's quite okay. Hey, I would appreciate it. Let me know what you get, too. Slingshot. You talking about the one from Y-Shot, the loader, Sam? Draw length looks bogus. Respect from Ireland. Hey, Ireland, how's it going? Appreciate it. I shoot guns. Guns are fun. I got a 22, a couple of handguns for protection, but I don't get to shoot them much. But guns are fun. I like target sports, and I live in town. As you can hear, Main Street is 1 block away. I have a house there that's vacant. I have a house next to it. I got literally 25 yards from me, 20 yards from me, and behind the camera is an auto repair store. So if I wanted to shoot a gun, I would get in a lot of trouble here in town. Ireland in the house. I can't remember if I've had anybody from Ireland. I have a lot of Scotland and England and Germany. I have officially, I believe, had folks on my live streams from every continent. Yes, I said every continent. A week or so ago, we had a dude on. I thought he was yanking my chain, but after chatting with him online a while, he was from Antarctica. Take it he was some kind of a climate scientist or something down there, working in one of those stations, because people don't just live in Antarctica. But it was cool. So I've had the 7 continents represented on my channel. I've had Istanbul, Sarajevo, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Australia, Sweden, Germany, South America. We have somebody on from Chile today. I've had Brazil. I even had Iraq. and Istanbul. So it's kind of cool. It opens the whole world up. That was way high, which means my release at the back is way, if it was high, that means it's too low, which means I need to get it up. That altitude was better, just the aim was off. Like I said, I'm still fighting with this, but it's just so much fun. When you do hit it, it hits hard. But you guys aren't here to see me miss. That was way high, which means I need to come up some more. All right, let's take our time. High, down. Very close. My altitude was right there. There we go. It's a good solid hit. See if we can get 2 in a row. Nope. That one went right through. I think we knocked a little piece of aluminum out. I like the mixture between slingshots and knives. How's the strap? Hey, Squatch, I love it. I was wondering if it was going to be comfortable because the wide part kind of stops up here. I was thinking it should be, but I've had no problem. It's been really comfortable. I don't think my friend's tried his out yet, but if you don't know, Squatch is the one that made this cool ammo bag strap. It's got a fatter part. It's all paracord. He is the man with paracord. Well, better take these glasses off. Let me read the rest of the comments. Got to go. Hey, Jacob, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hanging out. You have a great afternoon. I'm in wait for a new Sniper Sling. It's from Sniper Sling. You know it'll be good. I hate shooting because I'm more accurate with it than my favorite frames. It's only like Y22 from Slingshot. Yeah, if you find something you like, get multiples. That way you got backups. Hello from Norway. Yeah, this one is my Axiom G10 from Simpleshot. It feels so good in the hand. J3, what's up? Thrillbilly just woke up. Welcome to the world, Thrillbilly. It's good to have you. Looks like a lot of paracord. I want to make one. Hey. It is a lot of paracord. If you don't know how to do it, Squatch that's on here can make you one. He's the one that made this one. I just sent him some money. A couple weeks later, I have me a nice strap. I have had a fork hit or two with this G10. The first few weren't too bad, but I had one really bad one. The winds get me. In fact, you can see I put some silicone tape on it to protect it. I put a nice little dent in it right there, and I just got some sandpaper out and sanded it till it was smooth. And I learned if you once you sand it, you just kind of finish it off with a little bit of gun oil. It almost blends it away, and it just blends right in. You can barely tell it was there. But I have the silicone tape that sticks on itself. I use it in plumbing. I use it to hold on my tie-down bands. And I just put it on there kind of as a layer protection, just in case I get stupid and do it again, which I'm sure I will at some point. I hit the string. Try and hit the string. Get the talon grips on. I know they make custom tape. This one actually has it from Simpleshot. It's got the textured grip, but it's not going to protect you from the frame hit. I had my pouch backwards. Oh, I thought that was a good one. Thought that was going to be good. Thrillbilly, you missed the action. Sam had to kick a few people out. We had some naughty boys in. Yeah, we're going to go back to the short draw here soon, I think, just because my accuracy is not good now. It was really good earlier. It comes and goes. Okay, take your time. High, down. That one hit a piece of wood behind my curtain and it bounced all the way back to me. Here we go. Let's get a couple more hits on it this way. LT2 is going to be clay only for a while. It's not a bad idea until you get very confident. I shot clay on my couple of my frames for a while. I just, you know, if I try and keep something in pristine condition, unless I'm a collector and it's a limited edition like that one that Simpleshot released, what was it called? The Reaper. To me, there's no need. Just shows you've used your frame. That shows it's got love. Fun's been had. Every hit is a memory. In fact, this is my Axiom X. Look at all the frame hits on that thing. I got it set for long draw now, and I don't get near the many frame hits with long draw as I did with short draw. That's another benefit of long draw is I got one slingshot, the slant roller. And I was excited to get it because I heard a lot of good things about it. And as someone told me, it's a long draw only. I could not stop hitting the frame on short draw with that thing. Did long draw, all went away. Bands was a vibrate, and I didn't have much hope for that shot. One more good hit on that can, and we'll go back to the other. Come on, Philip. One good hit's all we need, buddy. One good hit. So close. I'm just not accurate, but I'm right close. I'm either just a hair left or a hair right. Never off by far, just not on. Tell you what's cool is hitting that bottle though. That thing makes a racket. Here we go. Hit that bottle once so you can hear it. Sounds good. Okay, it was low. Oh, that's louder than the can. That was awesome. Let's do it again. God, that's fun. Magnet clay, and I'm going to try some 8 milli. The magnet clay is good, but it's not super magnetic. It will stick to a magnet, but not like the steel balls do. If you try and load too much of that on there, it's going to all fall off. I got the sample pieces from Simpleshot, and I've tried a few of those, and I lost my magnet. I don't know what happened to it. I enjoyed it too. My magnet necklace to hold ammo. Stupid wavy bands. It's not that breezy today. Stop it. One more hit on the bottle and we'll go back to regular shooting. I got to get some practice in that way anyhow. This is it, boys. This is going to be it. That was not it. This is it. This is going to be it. I swear it's going to be it. It was. I was right. See? Smoke some reband 3 frames. Shoot with. I've got to finish making a lanyard. Also got to put some Talon grips on it. See you later, Wolf Reaper. Thanks for popping in. Yes, I have said they need Talon kits for the Axiom X. You could take the ones from the Axiom and use a few pieces, but you'd be throwing half of them away. Andrew's been around the block. The online world's not an easy place to be. I've been around the block too, man. For a 64-year-old, I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm comfortable with computers. I used to be a programmer in past life, so I'm comfortable online. So I'm a bit of a nerd. All right, let me get some water. Stay hydrated. The camp I was just at for boys where we did slingshots, their big saying, because it was warm, is hydrate before you dehydrate. So hydrate before you dehydrate. Axiom X is super slippery but accurate. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It was my go-to, and then for some reason I lost my accuracy on it and I just gave it up. Then I converted it to long draw, and I like it that way. All right, I think we need to put another boomstick on something and go get the one that popped off. Let's go do it. It'll only take a second. So the one that came off bounced over here. Is this it? Ooh, it's starting to come unraveled. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it. Some of the paper stayed right on the tape. Okay, put you on there. Let's get some more tape. Put it on there good. All right, let's put one on the pheasant again. That was fun. Oh. Okay, this is our last boomstick, boys. Right there on that pheasant. All right, I'm going to have to go get more now. The fireworks stand in town in the Walmart parking lot. Got those on the way up to my camp last week. There's a fireworks store on the way, and I bought 4 boxes of them. And we went through over 3 of them, so that was over 60, probably 65 shots that we went through. It was awesome. All right, so again, we're on the middle white spinner, which is a 60, in that poor little pheasant on the far left. Have fun eating. I always do. I was in science in school. I was in band. I just happened to like computers. Philly's in the building. How's it going, Philly? You want to carry a Leatherman? Which one do you recommend? I don't carry one every day. I have one in my tool bag for my slingshots. It was a cheap $7 one at Walmart because I use them so little. I just carry a knife. I got this new one. You'll see this in a future video. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's way cooler than just a knife. All right. Let's hit that 60 millimeter spinner and see if we can blow it up. Neighbor's walking his dog by. I'm going to wait till they're past a little bit before I shoot at that one. Don't want to scare the doggies. I have a bunch of Leatherman. I love them. Got a micro. Aloha from Hawaii. How's it going from Hawaii? I think we've had 1 or 2 people on from Hawaii. I've actually been to Hawaii twice. It was a long time ago, but I've been. All right, we're going back that 60 millimeter spinner for a boom. Very low, so I think my bands are starting to get old. That's what I'm blaming it on. I'm not blaming it on me, the shooter. That would be too obvious. Oh, I hit the top of the spinner. So it was close. Oh, I knocked it off again. Guess we're going to have to give up on that one. All right, we're going for the pheasant, boys. Pheasant's over on the edge. It's crazy aim. Yeah, crazy bad right now. Looks hot today. Actually, today it is much better than it was. The humidity, dew point has gone way down. There's a slight breeze. In the middle of the day, I've got trees all around me, so I'm in the shade. I do this in the evening. I got straight sun right on me. It's blistering, but it's actually quite nice right now. Oh, somebody sent a star. Thank you. All right, we're going for the pheasant boom boom. The wind got a hold of the bands. Hit him in the head. I got to hit him in the neck. Hey, I see it. Thank you. Thank you for the disco. I think those things add up into a penny or two here and there. Much appreciated. Speaking of doing stuff on videos, here's something I've mentioned and I'll mention it again. Every week you get 3 hypes on YouTube. Hypes are only good on videos that are less than a week old, 7 days. Has to be done on your mobile. So when you're watching a video like one on my channel, hint, 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 down where the comments are, if you scroll over, there's a hype button. If you hype that video, it puts me on a leaderboard at YouTube that helps bump me up the algorithm to get more views. It's made for people that have between 500 and 50,000 subscribers to help boost the small channels, because the big channels that have millions of subscribers, they don't need help. They get free boosting just by the subscriber base. But this gives us a little bit better footing. So if you're out there, go to one of the videos. Probably the only one you can use is my Slingshot slow-mo from last week that I posted, and hype it. Tomorrow I have another slow-mo for July 4th, Independence Day. It's all red, white, and blue. You can hype that one. You can do 3 a week, and it resets on Sunday. So it's a little something that helps us small creators out. Keep hitting them in the head. They're kill shots, but they're not boom shots. Maybe I should go move it up to his noggin. Oh, I got just under it that time. Everywhere but on it. This could be the one. Maybe. Boom. That was the one. Hey, 60 likes. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Leatherman 1, Victorinox 2 have both, and both are great. Yeah, with names like that, they better be. Just carry the Milwaukee Fastback. Pow! Don't you love that thrill belly? That's awesome. I'm going to hit that water bottle again just because it's so loud. It's almost as loud. And the neighbors on Facebook group, local Facebook groups aren't going to go, did I just hear a gunshot? What was that? My dogs are going crazy. It's just a kitty firecracker, lady. Calm down. It'll be all right. That was a rusty ball. I had no expectations on that one. Okay. I don't think I can do it, but I'm going to try. The water bottle got over the paracord that holds my second layer of targets on, and I can see the hole in the top. I'm going to try and shoot inside the water bottle. I got very low expectations on this one. Dude, I was so close. I hit the neck. I hit the rim. Let's try it again. As long as it's there, I'm going to try. A trick shot I used to do is I'd take a PVC piece of pipe, it's about 1 inch, and I would stick a tin can at the end and then cover it up and try and shoot down the PVC. And when you hit, you hear the can go ding. Yeah, I hit the bottle. I'm going to have to bring a playing card back out and try and split it. I haven't done that in a long time. Oh! I got to go see if I did it. Let me go check. Is my buddy Graham in the chat again? Okay, boys, for the record, I did it. There are no holes in this bottle. It was leaning like this, and I shot it in. Might have hit it right there, but still, that's a trick shot. Oh, yeah. You do that. Go do that, Sam. My buddy Graham, thrill belly. He's not going to tell you what Mako Miser is. For the record, thrill belly, you can leave him here. He's a troll that I let stay in because we have fun. Best I can tell, the word Mako Mising does not exist. I've even looked it up in Urban Dictionary, which is where all the nasty definitions are that people use that we shouldn't know about. It's not there. It does not exist. So then I started going back to my roots. What is the root word of Mako Miser? It's mock. So my guess is it's trash talking. Just a fancy word for it. And Graham has never admitted I was right, but the fact that he hasn't said I was wrong leads me to believe I'm right, and I hurt his pride because I figured it out. So there. That's what Mako Mising means. Hey, Uncle Larry, thanks for hanging in this long, man. Appreciate it. Hey, Uncle. Okay, we got 84 people, and there's a lot of the sling community on here now. If you guys haven't heard, I've been told to push this. Them chaps down in South Africa, Mako Misers, they Mako Mise, yes. That's like answering a question with a question. See, he won't give you any information. That's why I like you, Garrett. You're buddies, man. The chaps down in South Africa, they think they're all that, from Gorilla X slingshots. They think they're good. Maybe they might be better than me, but they're not better than what the U.S. has. And they have challenged South Africa versus the USA. They're going to have an international online tournament via WhatsApp later in July. Basically, I think 4 people get on and they can do window, and you shoot against each other, and then the winners move on. What they don't realize is we got Weston and Coyne. You ain't going to beat them two. Or Sam. You're not going to beat them. And Josh. You're not going to beat them. Sorry, South Africa. We got you, man. Anyway, it's a tournament. If you haven't signed up, if you're on Facebook, Roy's been talking about it a whole bunch. If you're on Facebook, shoot me a message. I'll get you the information. I think the name's Dirk Nee something or the other. Nee Work, or I'm pulling a blank now. I could look it up, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, if you're in the US or South Africa and you would like to compete, get on the bandwagon. I think we're going to be shooting bottle caps and small things like that. So if you're going to practice on 40 millimeter targets or something smaller. You won't see me shooting long draw in that competition. Do I, Bart Simpson? Don't lay a finger on my butterfinger. I used to love The Simpsons. I thought The Simpsons were hilarious. I used to have Simpsons stuffed animals and animated plastic walking toys. My whole desk at work used to be a shrine to The Simpsons. And we loved it, except my wife was a youth minister at our church. And all the parents said, oh, I won't let my kids watch that. And we'd occasionally mention it. And we finally got to realize if the parents aren't watching it, we need to set an example and not watch it either. So I got rid of all my stuff and we quit watching it. But it's hilarious. I still think it's funny. But yeah, we quit watching The Simpsons. But my argument to those parents when they say, oh, I don't let my kids watch it, it's terrible, that's a terrible family. It's like, yeah, they pick on each other. They do stupid things. But at the end of the day, the family always had each other's back. No matter how much they get mad at each other or the world or whatever, they supported each other. They always liked each other. They always came back to your family and I got you. And I thought that was okay, but evidently parents back then didn't like it. It's funny because those parents, all those kids, they're kind of a mess right now. None of them are really living very good lives. We're not going there. Yeah, Bart had a slingshot, and so did Dennis the Menace. See, that's what's cool about this sport, is here I am in my backyard in the middle of the city, and I'm shooting stuff. And nobody cares. They think I'm a kid out playing with toys. And it's quiet. And once you get decent, you're not going to break windows or hurt things. And like my friend that I taught to shoot, who's been 50 years in archery, he caught on really fast because it's all very similar. He likes it because he can stand on his back deck and shoot all he wants. And he doesn't have to chase arrows. He shoots clay. He doesn't have to chase the arrows down and go find them after they buried themselves under the grass. It's a great shooting sport if you like target sports. This feels like old times, man. We got hundreds of people on today. We've lately just only had 40 or 50. This is great. Sorry I ran out of boom booms. I got to go buy some more for the next time we have a live. Plus, I got to blow some stuff up and make neighbors mad. No, that wouldn't be nice. I think I'm going to go put that water bottle back up because that thing makes more noise than the popper does. About to mess that can up. I'm only down to like 1 or 2 cans. We don't drink pop here. So I have a friend at church that brings me a box of them from his family when they drink pop all the time. So I just need to let him know I need more. Okay, let's tighten this up. Then let's tighten this up. I'm going to leave that bearing in there as a memory. There's your challenge, boys. Turn a water bottle sideways and try and shoot around inside of it. What, it took me, I think, 5 shots to hit it. I consider that a good day. You need to get a slingshot ASAP. I think you do. I endorse that. I approve of you spending the money. Shout out to Ryan, his long draw shot. Yeah, anybody that can long draw accurate's got my respect. So Niels, if you need a slingshot, if you're in the US, go to Simpleshot. They got all the slingshots I'm shooting. This is the one that I used when I first started learning to get accurate. And this is the first slingshot that I really started shooting good with. It's like 50 bucks at Simpleshot. There's a link in the description of this video. If you use that link, then I get a tiny, tiny little commission as a thank you for sending customers their way. So make sure if you're going to buy one from Simpleshot that you use my link. I much appreciate it. And if you need to learn how to shoot, also down in the description is a link to my Slingshot Basics course. You watch that series of videos and practice and do what's in there, you'll be hitting cans in a week or 2. Quick learn. It's not super hard, but there's a little bit of muscle memory to be established and some physics to play around with in there. Things to get it right. So between those two, you can be up and running. If you're in the US, for 100 bucks, you can have everything you need to get started. I was pushing 30 people. Part-time plinker, it's a total crapshoot. It's a total crapshoot. Lately, I've had 40 to 60, but a month and a half ago, I was having 200-300. There was one point I think I had 450 and 91,000 views on one of them, live. I think a lot of it has to do, obviously, with likes and chats and how many people are interacting. But I also think if you post a lot of content to your channel, that helps feed it as well into the algorithm. And I know you do some stuff on your channel, but when I say content, I'm not talking shorts and reels. I'm talking regular content shot on the camera. I do a lot of teaching, and I think that helps. I've been trying my best to schedule 1 video a week to release, and I think that helps a lot. A lot of the big guys, Andy Lowe and Josh Hicks and those guys, they get 40, 50 people in a live, but they don't post many regular videos. They just do the live streams in an occasional video or an occasional short. And I think if they started posting regular, they would see a lot more people. Can't say for sure, that's my theory. So part-time, if you haven't been doing it, try starting to post regular, full-length, not short little 1-minute videos. I can't remember exactly what you've posted. I know you've done a lot of live streams. Live streams are a great way to build the hours you need up to get monetized because they count. That's how I did it. But start posting regular videos, real videos. And see if that helps your live streams. Clay for me is like carbon arrows. Shoot them till they break. Yep, I shot clay a lot when I was first starting. And even in my catch box, sometimes they would break up and my catch box ended up turning into a dirty, dusty mess. Eventually, I got confident I started shooting steel. One broke because the rock hit the side of the wire. Yeah, you'll injure a few of your frames. If you look real close on there, you see white spots. Those are all frame hits. Austria. Hey, how's it going? Vienna, Austria. Can't remember if I've had anybody on from there. That's the city that's all water underneath, right? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry. I like clay. You don't have to worry about collecting it. Land outside is the catch box. Love from Scotland. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Vienna and Scotland in the house. Awesome. Thumb said hi. Andrew's phone died. Hey, Andrew, there's something called a charger. If you plug it in, it keeps your phone running. Just giving you crap, Andrew. Glad you're back, buddy. I tried shooting the knockdowns today. You see the 5 spinners up there. Tried shooting 4 rounds. And I think my score was 72, which was pretty good. When I was at the Midwest Spring Sling, I think my score was 64. So it was better than I did there. Of course, this isn't official height and spacing, but they're all there. Clean forgot you look healed up. It's better. Hey, always, thanks for subscribing, buddy. Andrew, you didn't know there was a charger? Man, you must have had a nuclear battery on there if you'd never charged it before. Yeah, through Billy, my injury's better. You can still see a little remnant of it there, but I don't want to go down that road again. We do a few more shots and we'll do a knockdown sample, so you guys can see how that works in a tournament. I'm all over the place. I would get 0 points right now. That hit the 60. Okay, that hit the 60. Let me see if I can get it one more time. There we go. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I agree about people not wanting to watch The Simpsons. The Legend of Uncle Scarf. Is that a Royal Ranger hat I'm wearing, Andrew Bubba? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We still have Royal Rangers at our church. In fact, last weekend this time, I was up at our boys' camp. 200 boys and almost 100 men. And Slingshots was one of the events. In fact, right in the middle of the slingshot time right now. I was crazy busy last week teaching kids how to shoot slings. I love it. I grew up in it. I've been involved in it every chance I had in my adult life. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a sample tournament knockdown round. So there's 5 of those white spinners down there, a 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. The 40 is worth 10 points. The 80 is worth 2. Obviously, they increment down and score. You get 5 shots and 5 shots only to hit as many as you can. Once you hit one, you can't re-hit it. At the tournament, I started on the smallest one for the most points, but a lot of the better shooters would start in the middle and work their way over so they could gain confidence. So that's what I'm going to try now. So I get 5 shots. I'm not going to do all 4 rounds. You get 4 rounds. Perfect score is 120. I'm just going to do 1 round so you can see how it is. Okay, so certain shows, but my well, at least you got to see it. So that's when I was growing up. Okay, so here's the first shot. Going for the 60 in the middle. Miss. That's one shot. It's two. Not doing very well. Okay, got the 60. Wasn't good, but it was enough. So that's 6 points. That's 3 shots. Going for the 50. 6 points. Last shot. Oh, that was way low. I think my bands are wearing out. So I got a whole 6 points, boys. That sucked. Gonna get a drink of water, pardon me. I am officially out of water. All right, let's see if we can hit the big orange target. Boom. Let's go for that water bottle, just because it's fun. Oop, dropped ammo. I wonder how much ammo is laying around right here that I've dropped and can't find. You okay? You okay? My wife's out. She's probably looking for squirrels. Oh, I flinched. That one was all over. My accuracy is going down. Must be time to start winding this thing up soon. Man, I can't hit nothing. There we go. We got the 60. Why couldn't I do that when there was a boom boom on it? Got it twice. Can we do 3? Nope. Slingshot Sam's back. Where did you go? Alex says hi. Hey, how's it going? No, I can't go to 25 yards because the auto repair store is open and there's cars in the way, and I would have to shoot from the bed of a pickup. So we're stuck here. We're practicing for the tournament, Sam. Shooting at 25 yards is not for the tournament. We got to beat South Africa. You need to be practicing your bottle caps at 10 meters. I hit that bell twice in a row. That's like a 40 millimeter shot right there. Oh, almost. All Sam ever wants me to do is stuff I can't do. I do 25 yards every now and then, but it's got to be when the car place is closed. Oh, got the bell again. All right. Let's have a little fun. I'm going to go long draw on the water bottle. See if I can hit something. This has new bands on it. And I made a bunch of new ones today. Gonna have to order some more pink as soon as Weston has it in. When this hits the water bottle, it makes a better pop. Still 139 peoples. My wife's looking at me like I should know something that I don't. Somebody said hi in a language I don't understand. Hello, whoever you are. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Curtain's just about out from behind that bottle. I have to go fix it. Go fix the curtain. If I knew today was going to be as nice as it is, the wind is supposed to rain today, and it's not. Should have went flying. Should have went to the RC park. Oh well. We have our big float fly, where we fly planes with floats on Saturday. The weather's not looking very promising at the moment. You're hitting that bottle pretty good. Looks like Ryan said hi. Hello, Ryan. Well, 74 likes, 137 online. That's awesome. Some people sent me some thank yous, some jewels or stars or whatever. Not sure what they mean, but they're appreciated. I'm sure YouTube thinks it's cool, or they wouldn't give them to you to use. Can't shoot much longer because I'm out of water. Drank that whole bottle of water out here. Ooh, that was a hard hit. Let's see if we can finish off the can on the bottom. Shouldn't take much. It's pretty chewed up. It's right on target, just high. Yeah, I know I missed. This style of shooting it's a little more difficult and I'm not as accurate with it, and I'm still learning. Getting pretty good, and then I injured myself, so I had to change my style. Now I'm having to start over. There, that was a hit. Take that. Yeah, I know I missed. Honestly, you'd break a window. Oh, thankfully I have not done that, but I think the way I used to have my range set up, that barrel that you see off to the side right there used to be in front of my range, and it was sticking out. You know, it's 3 feet out from the curtain, and if I missed and hit the side of the barrel, it would ricochet. Well, I think it ricocheted and put a ding in my car windshield. I think. But I'm really blaming it on the road construction, because they were tearing up our road at the time to do some repairs on it. So I'm saying it was a stray rock that they went flying, but I'm blaming them. I'm not blaming me. Couldn't have been me. Got to do some chores. What is your point of aim? With this one, it's slightly different. Let me get a different one and I'll explain it to you. I'll give you my 90-second tutorial, because people ask this all the time. Todd, here, I'll explain it to you. First, the way to aim is, when I shoot, I hold the slingshot parallel to the ground, and this part is perpendicular. It's got to be straight. Okay? When I aim, I have a spot on my face that's called an anchor. If you're familiar with archery, you know what an anchor is. Mine is at the bottom of my cheekbone, right there. So I hold the pouch. When you hold the pouch, you want to make sure you hold the ammo and not up here. If you hold it in front of the ammo, when you let go, your thumb becomes a speed bump, and it sends it into your frame. It's bad. So what I'll do is I'll put it here and line up, and then I stretch the bands out. And when I go like this, you can see my bands. But when they become one, where you can't see that bottom band, then your aim is right down the top of those bands. This particular sling actually has a fiber optic on it, as you can see, and I use that for aiming. But if I don't, I just use the top of my band, or the top of your frame. So when those bands become one, that's your aim. So let's try it. Gonna hit the can. Oh, just a hair low. Got to get one hit for you to prove it works. And see, when you go to your anchor, if it's too high or low, your shot will be high or low. You have to adjust that and tweak it as you're shooting. When you get dialed in, though, your anchor stays the same. For this one with the long draw, it's a little bit different because I don't have any place to anchor to. So you'll see me back here. I might be adjusting this way, but it's still a matter of lining those bands up and looking down the fork. It's just a little bit harder because things are more fluid. You don't have a static point to reference. I used to shoot more like this, where it was close to my face, but you can barely see it. I cut myself really bad when the pouch slipped out of my hand. And I used to tap the bands on my face for reference, and I did it, and the pouch slipped, and huge gash in my cheek. And it hurt real bad and bled really bad. So now I twist the frame just a little bit, and it makes me push the bands out away from my face to line up. So the aim is a little bit off, and I'm having to make some corrections. And once I get all that dialed in, I'll be much more accurate. Oh, it got stuck. I went to let go, and it stuck to my finger. 90 seconds is way too long. What type of wood are you using? I'm not using any wood. This is an aluminum frame. It's actually adjustable. You can adjust the forks in and out, and you can adjust these thumb braces in and out to fit your hand. This is a fancy one. Most of the slingshots I shoot are either the metal, G10, or plastic. I get almost all of my slingshots, except for one, are from Simpleshot, the ones that I shoot. Simpleshot makes a great lineup for people getting into the hobby. What ammo? Type of ammo. I'm using 8mm steel bearings. If you go to competitions, there's 3 standard sizes people use: 7, 8, and 9.5. I landed on 8. I like the 8. If you use 9.5, you have to have a little bit more band, which means more pull, a little harder. But it's very common. A lot of people use it, and I'm telling you, when you use that 9.5 and you hit a target, it puts a hurt on it. The ammo is not marbles. Marbles, I've heard people use marbles. They're great. They're probably good for hunting. My problem is if you don't have a catch box, or if you miss, or if I hit one of those steel shepherd's hooks down there that I got stuff hanging on with a glass marble, it's going to shatter. And when they shatter, you've got glass everywhere. I have an indoor range at my church because we have archery in the basement, and they let me shoot there. And we had some marbles, and I got one of those great big ones. I stuck it on a golf tee, and when I hit it, glass shards were everywhere. And I said, Philip, that's the last time you're doing that. Have you ever shot your postman? No, I have not shot my postman. Why would I do that? He brings me toys. He brings me presents. I wouldn't do that. But there's a young man in our boys ministry. Last year at camp, I had my slingshot and clay ammo. He said, how fast is that shoot? Does it hurt? And I said, I don't know. Walk over there and I'll shoot you in the butt. So he walked about 20 yards away, 15 yards away. I pulled back a piece of 9.5mm clay and shot him in the butt. Let's just say he didn't want to do that again. Is the elastic material the same stuff they use? Elastic warm-up bands like the kind they cut the PT clinic. It is very similar. Having said that, you can use that kind of elastic, the workout bands, and cut your own bands. And if you shoot BBs, that's great, because that's one of the ammos you can shoot is just BBs from like a BB gun. You don't need a lot of band. I think the widest, heaviest they have is 0.3mm. What I'm shooting is 0.45. So I have shot with that when I was first starting to make my own bands. But you can use that. It's just you're not going to fling big ammo. There's a couple companies that make it. There's a lot of people that distribute it, but it only comes out of 3 or 4 factories, probably all of them in China. They've actually formulated it special for slingshots. I don't know what they do, but it's got a smooth draw. Some of them have what they call a hard back, which means when you get to the maximum elongation, you know it. This one's more spongy, but this one's super smooth. If you were to try and pull back the latex tubes you get on a wrist rocket, and then you pull this thing back, you'd never pick your wrist rocket up again. This right here is probably a 6-7 pound pull. So I hope I answered your question there, Mr. Damien. One filter said, hi. Miranda, does it matter how old I am? They're pretty much latex bands like Thrill Billy said. There's all kind of different things you can use. A lot of people in the old days used to use inner tubes, rubber from old inner tractor tires. They work, but they don't quite have the elongation these have. See, what we do is we mark an inch on our band, and then we pull it. See, this is about an inch. Watch how far I can pull this. And so you figure out how far you can pull that, and then you do the math and figure out what your elongation factor is. Then you figure out how long your draw is from your pouch to the frame when you're shooting, and then you divide that by your elongation factor, and that's how long your band should be. And if you cut your bands to exactly that length, you're going to get maximum power out of them, but you're going to get minimum life. And so if you make them just a little bit longer, maybe half inch, inch longer, you'll get a lot more life and a little less power. And if all of you're doing is what I'm doing, target shooting, power doesn't matter. Brought my phone in the kitchen so I can listen. Hey, Andrew. Did you remember to plug it in? I hope you did. Don't want the battery dying again. Tim, beautiful day. Yes, it is. It was supposed to be rainy and gross today. It's a light wind and there's not a cloud in the sky. And because it's midday instead of evening, I'm totally in the shade, so I don't have to cover up. I have a ton of those left when I was doing. Yes, you could do that. You just need to buy some pouches. And if you're going to use them, Damien, they make special pouches for BBs. These are for 8 and 9.5 millimeter ammo. They got pits in them, so your ammo sits down in there. You couldn't shoot a BB with this. But they make special pouches for BBs that are like really thin and really short. And then it's just a matter of getting the special crystal string to tie them with and getting the stuff you need to tie the bands up. It's not hard. There's plenty of videos online to show you how to do it. If you need to get that stuff, use my Simpleshot link. They've got BB pouches and crystal string and all those pieces you need to make the pouches. You know what? Shooting BBs is fun. It's a great way to start. I shot BBs for a little while because they're cheap. The pull on them, we just busted that can. The pull on them is next to nothing. It's like 4 or 5 pounds tops. Very lightweight pull. So you can shoot all day and you never get tired. And plus what you do is you put up a piece of paper with a circle on it and you shoot for the circle. And with the BBs, you put lots of little holes in it so you can see where your pattern's at and what you've got to adjust. Up or down, am I shooting high or low? Am I shooting left and right? Really helps you dial your aim in. Then when you go to the bigger stuff, boom, you're on a lot quicker. So can't recommend it enough. I've also heard if you want to shoot outside and you don't want to put all that steel in your ground, people shoot airsoft pellets, airsoft ammo, and they make biodegradable versions of that. I don't think they're going to be as accurate because airsoft stuff curves a little bit because they're irregular. But for 5 yards, 7 yards practice learning and stuff, they'll do the job just fine. It's a real cheap, easy way to get into it. Somebody needs to turn the heat off. I'm in Virginia and we've been in a constant heat advisory. No clouds. Throw Billy with your condition, I'm sure that's fun. We had 102 heat index here the other day and I was out shooting in it for a little bit. Today the humidity, the dew point has dropped a lot. It's still warm. It's probably mid 80s. But man, I can stay out here a lot longer now than I could yesterday and the day before. You're east of me, so it comes your way. So hopefully tomorrow it'll start getting better for you, buddy. Yesterday and the day before when I was out shooting, my leg would flare up a lot quicker. I mean, like within 30 minutes, I'm in pain. Billy knows I got a nerve that's pinched up here in my leg and my IT band flares up if I'm on my feet too long. Today I've been out hour and 48 minutes and I'm just now starting to bother me. So yeah, the weather made a huge difference. I hit that can twice. I got a vine hanging down. I should try and pop that vine and get it out of the way. That would be quite the shot. I dropped my ammo. Oh well, it's part of the grass. I'll eventually find it when it rusts up. I'm having fun out here today. It feels good. Got a good crowd of friends online. I know I got to wrap up soon because I'm out of water. I'm starting to get warm. But I'm not shooting terrible. I'm not shooting great, but I've had a good time. And I thank you guys for tuning in. Dude, that's 3 in a row in that water bottle. We're putting a hurting on that thing. Check out the starter kits. They include everything you need. Check out the Scout LT2 or Scout X if you have bigger hands. Exactly what Thrillbilly said. That affiliate link is in the description. It's like simpleshot.com, and then there's a question mark reference something. I think it's a 296 on the end. Use that link, and anything you buy, I get a very small commission, and then so you know all the money that I get off of that goes right back to buying stuff from Simpleshot, because there's still a lot of things there that I want to invest in. So that's my way of keeping them, helping them, because they just make good products. All my Slingshots, except like 2 of them, are from Simpleshot. I got one custom made in a wood frame somebody gave me. But I love Simpleshot. A lot of people shoot that stuff in competition and win. So they're good stuff. So yeah, use that link. Helps me a whole bunch. And the Axiom, yes, the Axiom is a cool design. This is an Axiom here. This is the G10 version. But the Scout LT2, excuse me, this is the Scout LT2. Okay, this is what I learned to get accurate with. This one's only like $49.99, and for like $79.99 you can get this, some bands, pile of ammo, some targets, and a fancy carrying pouch for it. You get everything you need to get started, and they will last. It'll last a few hundred shots if you don't bust the bands by making mistakes. This is the Axiom. This is the G10 version. This one's expensive, but they make this one in the same material as this one. It's a plastic, blown plastic or whatever. But this one is only $39.99. I don't think they have a starter kit for it. But man, when I'm at the tournament or when people ask online what's a good first slingshot, either one of these in plastic. These are probably the 2 most popular starting slings that are recommended out there from Simpleshot. There's others from other companies. I'm not dissing any of them because they're beautiful. There's a number of slingshots out there, custom builds, and on some other companies I'd like to get. But right now, I want to run through what Simpleshot's got because I just believe in them and I like them. So I'm not poo-pooing any of those. If you're not in America and you want to get your first sling, go on Amazon. Just be careful on Amazon because the cheap ones are exactly that cheap. You can buy some Simpleshot on Amazon. GZK is a good brand name. Sniper Sling is a good brand name. Y-Shot X on Amazon. Any of those 3, you know you can count on them to be good quality. So you can get that there if you're international. I think I covered how to get started. No starter kits for G10 carbon or pro models. Of course not, Thrillbilly, because you don't buy G10 carbon or aluminum when you're starting out because your frame hits are going to destroy it in no time. Like, look at all that love on there, all them frame hits. They don't want you to get discouraged. Save the fancy for materials for when you know how to shoot. But you know what? The fancy ones shoot exactly the same as the cheap ones. They just feel a little heavier and they feel better in your hand because of the weight and the grip. Otherwise, they're the same slingshot. It's just cursed with badger. No, it's not cursed. Those frame hits are because I got careless. I got lazy with my fundamentals. Let me go fix my ball and I'll talk to you. Most of my frame hits occur because I'm screwing up my pouch. Something similar. Some of the frame hits are when I was practicing for speed, and you tend to get really careless when you practice speed shooting for the tournament. I know there's a couple frame hits on there from that, but very few of them are just stupid. They're because I got lazy with my fundamentals. So, but now I wear them as a badge of pride and a badge of honor. Say, don't overprotect your slingshots, just shoot the things. I'm surprised that worked good the way the bands was flapping. Dude, we're pushing 2 hours. I'm still going strong. Just having fun today. But I know I got to quit pretty soon. This has been great. I've had a lot of people on all day. Some good questions, a few subscribers. I think we got a couple people interested in the hobby, which is one of the reasons I like doing these live shows, because people can ask questions when they see how much fun we're having, and I can pique their interest a little bit. All right, I am going to pull the short draw out again and finish the day off with some short draw. Put this away. I'll just put it down. I'll put it away later. My Scout LT2 is my short draw, baby. It's the one I'm most accurate. You can see the bands are a lot shorter. Let's see if I got any accuracy left in me. All right, let's see if we can hit that 60 millimeter spinner. That will tell me if I'm still shooting good. Nope. Way low. There we go. Let's try and hit the bell. Sorry, my poppers didn't work very good today. We popped a couple of them, though. Once I'm done here, I may hop in the car and go buy me some more. I got the spinner next to the bell. Let's hit the bell once. We'll call it a day, I think. It's our goal. Boom, there it was. I think that's me telling myself, you got to go. Your bands are moving a lot in some shots. You can see it on camera. I bet it looks cool because the camera frame rate probably makes it go bloop. Yeah, the wind's blowing. It's very light, but it's blowing from this direction. So when I pull them back, of course they're not doing it. There they go. I don't know if you can see it. If they're just barely moving, I have pretty good luck. I trust it and I'll shoot. If they're really bad, I'm not going to do it. That's how you get frame hits. All right. Truth Teller, love this. Thank you. Thank you. I love doing it. Thanks everyone for watching. Sorry, Truth Teller, it's time to get going. I've been on for 2 solid hours, and this has been one of the most fun live streams I have done in a long time. We got to answer some questions. We got some interesting people on from all over the world. We had a few trolls that got their butts kicked out, which was always fun because I've got great moderators. And we had some general people interested, so that was good. So I think it was very beneficial today, and I had a very good time. Thanks everybody for watching. Tomorrow, July 4th is July 3rd. July 4th is Independence Day here in America. Big holiday. It's our 250th anniversary. America. So tomorrow, watch for my channel for Slingshot Slow-Mo, the patriotic edition. I'm blowing stuff up that's red, white, and blue, and it looks pretty cool. So we'll catch you guys. Make sure to check that video out tomorrow. I'll post them in the appropriate places. Thanks for watching, everyone. God bless everybody. Take care, and we will catch you on the next live stream or the next video. Take care. Thanks. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Woohoo!